It started off simple enough. I was hungry. There I was, sitting down to a family dinner. It was nothing particularly special, although I tell you, my mom is a damn good cook. You know, she made us some spaghetti and meatballs that night with some garlic bread and broccoli. Now, I'm not generally one to boast, but my mom makes the best meatballs in town. You know, and this night, they were better than ever. They were the perfect combination of ground beef, Italian sausage, oregano, garlic. Oh, and speaking of garlic, holy Jesus, the garlic bread was better than ever that night. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but everything just tasted so good. I wanted it all. I kept piling more and more food onto my plate, but it just kept disappearing into my mouth. My mom and dad told me to slow down after I started stealing meatballs off my brother's plate, but I didn't care. I wanted food. I wanted to eat. I wanted delicious, savory, juicy flavor filling me up with every bite. Eventually, the food was gone. There were only 4 of us, so my mom didn't make too much. I was still hungry, though. I knew there had to be more food. I ran into the kitchen looking for it. I found the pots and pans and spoons and licked them clean. They clattered each and all to the floor as I finished them. My family stared on in horror at the mess down my face and clothes, but I wanted more. I tore open the fridge. I feasted upon 3-day-old meatloaf and 5-day-old Chinese food, and that orange that had been sitting in the back for weeks, and that taco we forgot to throw out last month. In 10 minutes, the fridge was empty. And my parents were seriously disturbed. But I wasn't full. It was as though there was this great empty chasm within me that needed to be filled with food. I needed to eat. I needed to feast. I looked all around for more, but found nothing. Everything else was in boxes or bags or cans, and I needed food now. The kitchen was a disaster area. My rampage for food had torn it completely apart. I wheeled around and around and around, my tongue scraping every surface in search for one more morsel, one more tasty treat. I turned, and I saw my family staring at me. I didn't see the horror in their eyes. I didn't see the disgust hanging from their slack jaws. I didn't see the fear in their bodies. I only saw food. Nope. I saw the green bits of broccoli stuck in their teeth. I smelled the garlic drifting from their open mouths. And I saw the knife I had knocked down to the kitchen floor in my search for fulfillment. I picked it up, and I ran straight toward my father. Dinner was inside him. I knew it was. I had seen him eat it not 20 minutes ago, and I wanted it. It was mine. I didn't notice my brother scream in horror. I didn't notice my mother calling for help. I didn't notice the police breaking down the door a while later. At least not until they had hauled me off my father. Well, what was left of him. They couldn't understand what had gone wrong. They couldn't understand my need for food. They couldn't understand that angry, writhing, bubbling of a stomach that needed filled.